on, gang? Good afternoon. Hi there. Greetings and fist bumps and all that stuff. We got a short show today. We'll do a power hour.
No happiness, though.
Guardians coverage starts today at 3:30, and then they'll start up a little bit after 4 in Cincinnati against the Reds. That's Johnny Bench, the Cincinnati Reds. Johnny Bench played for the Reds, or was it Pete Rose?
I don't know.
Pete Rose famously played for the...
I don't know Johnny Bench.
All right. Anyway, who cares? My name's Alan Cox. Thanks for being here. Say hi to Bill Squire. He's right over there.
Creepy hugs, everyone. Thanks for listening to and watching this episode of the Alan Cox Show. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share a cold one with the boys.
Mary Santora is here, too.
Hi, guys. No babies.
Poundcake is back behind the glass.
Afternoon, white people.
Alan, thank you to Poundcake for me. He sent me down a mini rabbit hole of Tina Turner. There you go.
She's great.
Oh, yeah.
Tina Turner is great. Recently inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Bill and I were there to see her accept via Skype from Switzerland or whatever. She's like, I'm so happy. You know, and then I'm sure they pre-recorded it. I doubt that it was a live.
Sweet, though.
Very nice. Sure. That's not going to go.
It would have been crazy if she had been there. That would have been.
She has a castle in Switzerland.
Yeah, she'd do it.
Well, sure. She had her own money, and then didn't she marry some super rich guy?
I forget what he was.
Like a baron or something?
Yeah, but he had a job as well, on top of being, like, royal.
He had a job on top of being royalty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because he's like twice removed. Like,
I'm
he's not
only
royalty.
A baron in the daytime. At nighttime, I'm doling out sofritos over at the Chipotle.
What exactly is a baron?
It's just a rank, right? I mean, it's a royalty rank.
Did you just almost throw up?
No, it was a burp.
Oh.
The taco.
The baron.
No, because I didn't know if a baron was, like, appointed by royalty. I knew it was had something to do with royalty. I didn't know if they were appointed by royalty.
I think it's just a rank in royalty.
Okay, or you were,
my
like,
understanding.
in the family of royalty, like a distant cousin or something like that.
Were you eating tacos? Is that what's going on there?
Yeah, it was Taco Tuesday downstairs.
A member of the
downstairs.
A member of the lowest order of British nobility.
The lowest order, so you start at baron.
But you're still...
It's like being a lord.
All right. Well, I would take either of those. If I were Baron Alan Cox, or if I were Lord Alan Cox, I mean, man.
I thought you are the Lord Alan Cox.
I don't know what that would do for me, but it would sound pretty cool. Baron Cody Brown.
I thought you were a lord because you got one of those
I bought one of those.
Pieces of land.
I did.
Yeah, you got a little...
I'm a laird.
Yeah, you got
I'm a laird in my home country of Scotland.
Scotland, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, if you want to join us for the short show today, we'd love to have you. 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007. If you want to text me, 35192. I already get a text from one of our bureau chiefs in Fargo, North Dakota. Boy, are they going to get hammered tonight. I don't know if you've been watching any of this weather coverage.
Nope.
I think that it's safe to say that no matter where you live in the country, and we have people who listen to the show all over the country, you can no longer say, well, it's April, and that means fill in the blank, right? You can't predict anymore, really, how things are going to go. You might be able to make some broad predictions. But there's this massive storm. They're calling it Winter Storm Silas. I was watching some of the coverage this morning, and I think it will bypass Ohio, but it's this huge, huge line of storms that will take different forms from San Antonio all the way up through like Kansas and the middle of the country and up into Minneapolis. But in those states like North Dakota and Montana, they're supposed to get like 3 feet of snow. They're supposed to get just hammered with snow. And so I always think of our bureau chiefs that are up there, and one of them texted coincidentally and said, hey, we're going to be hunkered down for the foreseeable future. Of course, up there in North Dakota, they probably, they might scoff at 3 feet of snow. Who knows? Down here, we'd be like, oh my God.
Wow.
They might scoff. It might be a hearty scoff on their part, but I don't know. I was also watching the Manger Kings trailer. It's been 3 years. That kid have teeth now? It's been 3 years since a new episode of Stranger Things has aired over on Netflix, and they're dropping the final season in 2 parts. It will premiere end of May, and it will continue beginning of July. And I'll tell you what, one of the, this is no spoiler, because the end of the last season, they kind of teased it, that Jim Hopper, the guy that plays Jim Hopper, he was Hellboy for a hot minute, right? He's a main character.
Yeah.
That they end the last season with him. They think he's dead, but of course, he's in a Russian gulag. and he's in like a prison camp or something. And I'll tell you one thing. When this season of Stranger Things breaks out and everybody starts talking about it again, Winnie Ryder's on the front page of everything, right? These kids, they're all grown up and gangly now, which makes it exponentially less fun to watch. You know I like hot kids, Bill.
Yeah.
You know,
All
on
about the
television.
hot kids.
On television. If you expect me to sit through some insufferable
safe.
show full of kids, they should be easy on the eyes. These kids are all grown up and gangly now, whatever. But when this new season drops and they're showing, I can't for the life of me think of that actor's name. Who plays Jim Hopper? He was David Harbour.
David
is the guy's
Harbour,
name.
yeah.
That's right, David Harbour. Very talented guy. But when they start getting in to the subplot of him in a Russian prison camp, I'll tell you what. That is going to be some bad PR for Russia. Really
They
bad
don't need it
PR
right now
for
either.
Russia. You don't need that kind of bad pop culture PR.
Well, that's also a thing that I was worried about, not worried about, but thinking about. Bert Kreischer spent last year filming a movie about his time in Russia, and I don't know if you could put that out for a while.
Oh, he was talking about, what was he talking about recently? That he's been watching nothing but Putin documentaries. He's like, I can tell you anything you want to know about Putin. I'm like, I know enough. I know enough.
He's very interested in dictators.
The guy's been around for a long time.
But he was saying, he hasn't said anything about it, but I just imagine a movie where you're telling stories about joining the Russian mob probably aren't going to look all that good right now.
Or he'll get himself a whole new fan base.
Maybe.
A lot of people in this country would think Vladimir Putin is A-OK.
That's a good point.
And they'd like to see something like that happen here. So maybe little Bertie Kreischer is precisely their middleman. I don't know.
He's not little.
No, he's not. Alan, if you're a lord, you'll never be a royal. I see what happened there. But
What a song that was.
excuse me as I lean over and have a
Is.
sip of my delicious tea.
Here we go.
From my
Here
electric
we go.
kettle.
As soon
Boy,
as
I'll tell you
walk
what.
in, I see it, and I'm like, here he goes. This is what we're going to talk about
Kettle
today.
time.
It
Yeah.
exceeded every expectation.
Are you the happiest boy?
Oh my God,
How
I can't
so?
tell you.
How so?
Well, first of
Do
all,
you have hot water?
Amazon is really, behind
could've-
my chair.
Behind your chair.
Yes.
Okay. Instead of having to walk 8 feet.
How is this going past everyone?
No,
yes.
go ahead.
So
Amazon, go ahead.
Amazon, either they can't promise they'll get things to you quickly now, or you get them before. Like I
You're like
ordered it
same
yesterday
day,
morning.
yeah.
It was at my house when I got home. I'm like, where are these coming from?
I got something from Amazon last week, and it's just like an organizer, like one of those cube organizers. I ordered it probably at 6 p.m. It was delivered to my building at 5 in the morning.
Yeah, like overnight delivery is a
I
thing
was
you
like,
can.
I had a missed call from Seattle. I'm like, who's calling me from Seattle? It's the number that they give through Amazon, and that's who was calling because they're trying to get in my building to drop this off.
Shut up.
I was like, that's too fast.
I
I
was
don't
gonna
need
say,
it that fast.
I'm fine to wait a
Yeah.
few days. It's okay. I forget. I have Ring cameras, and I forget. Like, I'll get it. I'll see a notification in the morning and go, "Who the hell was at my door at 3:30 in the morning?" The Amazon guy dropping something off. I'm like, I don't need it. Anyway,
At 3:30.
I get this electric kettle, and I set it up this morning. And of course, as I'm setting it up, all I can hear in my head is the incessant mockery of my coworkers. Right, just being mocked. But I don't care. Because all I wanted is hot water.
I just want you to be
whenever
happy.
I want it, and that's precisely what I have.
Amen.
I pop that thing on and I go about my business, and then
Does it hiss
hot
or
water. You
beep?
can hear it. You can hear it bubbling.
How do
yes.
you know when it's done? Is there an
Percolating.
indicator? Okay.
It beeps. Yep. But this got buttons on it. I invite you to investigate the kettle yourself.
Oh, I'll bring a mug tomorrow.
It's got different buttons on it. You know,
Ooh, different
Well,
buttons.
like I said, people who are really into tea, and again, I'm not one of them, but people who are really into tea will tell you, you can't use the same temperature water because you're going to burn the tea. I don't care that much. Frankly, I don't even know what temperature the tea I'm drinking is supposed to be, so I just went for the green tea button. I
you
figure
go.
that's the low. You know, black tea I think is supposed to be hotter. There's a boil button, right? Which I hope refers to the water.
yeah, you put the
then-
eggs in there.
Yeah. And so, man, it's
and then
just
that gives tea a nice
fantastic.
egg flavor too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's boil eggs in that thing.
It's just
We can make eggs
fantastic.
out of it.
Hey, guess what?
Seeing you didn't want this thing, and
Yeah.
now you're
Yeah.
on
So
board.
possibilities are endless.
You're coming around to it. Not endless. We've got tea and eggs. And I think we're okay with
What
that.
else do you
Ramen?
need?
Tea and
Ramen noodles.
ramen noodles
Roman noodles?
for pound cake. Yeah. Why does my tea taste all salty? Oh, I was cooking ramen in there.
I don't make them on the stove.
Good for you.
Yeah, but would you make them in a kettle?
No.
I mean, you can just heat the water up in the kettle and pour it into a bowl.
I don't even do that. I pour it in a cup and put it in the microwave. You're not supposed to put the styrofoam, but I don't know if the ramen noodle cups are like microwave proof or whatever.
All right.
They must be.
All right. Listen, I'm going to take a break. I will have Nikki Glazer tickets for you. She's doing a show in June at the Agora. So if you want to go see her, I'll hook you up after 35192 if you want to text, and we'll